Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have received a bag full of money. Here it is. A bag full. $40,000. I'm just kidding. There's no bag full of money. That's ridiculous. You'd have to be like one of those, boob streamers or something to be getting bags of money showing up at your door. I mean, come on. No, that didn't happen. All right? But what did happen was that they offered to get me something and send it to my house. And I said, well, if it's real, yeah. All right? So, I'm very skeptical. Like I said, I really am very skeptical about this stuff. But this morning, I'm sitting in my kitchen having breakfast with my wife. Jasper Kitty's running around the house being a nut. And the doorbell rings. It's here. And I open up a package. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting inside is something that I never believed would even look like this. Are you ready for this? Because we're going to do this live together. I received a mini PC today, this morning, in the mail. All right? Now, here's the thing. I don't know much about this. All right? At all. I don't know how this works. All right? But all I got to do is I got to mess around with this and try to figure this out. All right? From what I'm to understand, this is a mini PC that should be pretty powerful. I think it costs a few $100s, if not more. All right? But I guess we're going to try to figure it out. So what is it? It's called Trig Key S Speed High Performance S Series Mini PC. And it says on the back, it's got an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a terabyte of storage, and it has both wireless and a LAN connection. Okay? So there you go. It's a mini PC. Do you want to see it? It's not opened yet. It's vacuum sealed. Do you want to open it and see what it is? All right. So, what's the GPU? I literally just said it. What did you have your fingers in your ears? I just read it right off. What the frick? Essentially, it's the same processor or similar processor to what's in my laptop, right? In fact, if I do this, I'm curious. If I click on this, my laptop, and I go to, what would you just say, system? System information on my laptop, okay? So my laptop has an AMD Ryzen 3 3200U. This is an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H. That sounds like a much higher end processor, correct? Yeah, it does, right? Sure. My laptop actually only has, according to this, 12 gigs of RAM. Yeah. While this thing has a whopping 32 gigs of RAM installed, apparently. All right? What's the graphics card? That I have no idea. I don't even know, what it's probably, I mean, if it's this small, you have to think that it's got to be like a crappy onboard graphics card. But the point is, this is not for 3D PC gaming. This is for things like I've always wanted to do and I couldn't do because I didn't have access to a PC, emulation or basic things on Steam. And I'm going to tell you in a moment if this works, what we're going to do with it. All right, but let's open it up. Let's see what it is, shall we? Kind of need a knife. Hold on, I have my knife over here. This will be interesting. I've never seen a PC this small in my life. I've seen small build PCs. I've never seen one quite this small. So, okay. So, the Speed S. So it just slides open like that. Look at that. Okay. Oh my god, it's even smaller? How small is this thing? This is ridiculous. So first of all, there's a whole box that says accessories. So literally, this is accessory. The PC is half the box. What on earth? We're going to look at it in a second. So accessories. What accessories does it come with? Wow, it comes with a ton. It comes with an HDMI cable. It comes with another HDMI cable? A short and a long HDMI cable. Wait, this is a USB cable. This is a USB cable. No, this is an HDMI cable. They're both HDMI cables. One's tiny and one's bigger. I don't know why it comes with two different lengths of HDMI cable. That's a little weird. Here's your power cord. Okay. Here is your power adapter. It's a power block that you plug in, and you put the power cord into the power adapter. All right. So pretty standard stuff. I think this is a mounting bracket, but I don't know what you would want to mount on the PC, or, you know, maybe you need to, if you're going to buy a dedicated graphics card for it, it goes in a special spot. So that's what it comes with. Your power adapter and two HDMI cables are your accessories that go into the accessories box, okay? All right. You got your user's manual right here, which I'll probably read through later because it'll probably explain. It's got a USB port, a Type-C port, a headphone jack, a power button, a Ethernet port, a DP port. I don't know what DP port is. Maybe it's a different kind of display input. Probably DisplayPort input, right? It's dedicated DisplayPort input. It's that different connector, right? I've seen that before. HDMI and DC. So it has one HDMI port. That's it. You're getting one HDMI out. That's it. And then, that was a wall mount bracket. So that you can actually bracket. Wow. You could put this PC on the back of a TV. That's actually what that bracket's for, to mount it to the back of a TV so that you can basically have a PC installed on your TV permanently. I wasn't expecting that. That's weird, but that's what that bracket was for. Okay? So let's see here. And it shows you some different ways that you can do upgrades to it. It shows you that you can put in new RAM and how you can put in a new SSD card for storage. It shows you how to do that, just some instructions. Step 1, connect the power supply. Step 2, connect the monitor with the DP cable. But I'm hoping you can do HDMI because I don't think my TV, well, I know for a fact my capture device doesn't use a display port. Actually, maybe that's what that cord is. Maybe that cord is a DisplayPort HDMI cable. Hold on a second here. No, that just looks like a regular HDMI. They both look like HDMI. I don't know. Because I thought what they were saying is one of these is a display port that goes to HDMI, but they both look like HDMI to me. I guess I won't know until I actually start messing with the thing. They both look like standard HDMI to me. I don't know. But they're saying to use the display port to attach it to your TV. But I don't know, my TV doesn't have a display port, and I also don't have a display port cable. So, anyway, step 3, connect the keyboard and mouse. I have a keyboard and mouse. I do have a keyboard and mouse separate. And this thing has two USB ports. So it has just enough for the keyboard and mouse. The bummer is it only has 2 USB ports. So because of that, I might have to use a USB hub in order to actually fully use this thing, I'm thinking. Well, I have one. So maybe if I have to use it, we could use it. I guess we'll have to see. How to change audio playback devices on Windows. That's it? That's literally it. Everything else is different languages. That's all the instructions. Wow. It's like 2 pages. So there's not much to this. It's very simplistic. Let's actually take a look at it. Ready? You take the foam off. Thank you for your choice. During the system boot process, if you cannot log into your personal account, turn off Wi-Fi and LAN. Select the skip option. Log into your personal account in the system. Huh? This is it. This is the PC. This is it. This is the whole thing. Right here. Wow. Made in China. So, shall we take the plastic off and take a look at this thing? I'm fairly certain we're not playing 3D games on this thing. The thing is so small, I don't see how it could be possible. I'm really... I think this is more for emulation and simple games, right? So there you go. Took the plastic off. It's blue. Trig key. AMD Ryzen 7 5800 series, or 5000 series, and AMD Radeon graphics, it says. So it's got probably onboard graphics, right? Trig key. So it's got, it looks like, is that a speaker? It's got built-in, no way those are speakers. That can't be speakers. That's got to be like ventilation. There's no way they put built-in speakers on this thing. I don't believe that for a second. That would be ridiculous. I don't believe that at all. There's some ventilation there. There's your Ethernet port. There's your two USBs. One's blue, so that's probably the Type-C, and the other one's probably a standard USB. And then you got your display port, and you got your HDMI port. There's your power adapter right there. And two more. It's got 4 USB ports. Oh, never mind. This is good then. Yeah, this is fine. It's got 4 USB ports. So I shouldn't have a problem. I should be able to plug in a controller, keyboard, and mouse and not have any issue. It's got 4. Cool. All right. So 2 there. And I don't, is that a USB-C? But why would it have that connector? It's the small connector. Why would it have that? That's really weird. That it has that type of connector. Why not have the actual port, not the... I don't know why it has that. And then it's got a headphone jack. Although I'll probably never use that. I'll do audio out via HDMI. Right? And then there's your power button. So, there you go. It's a mini PC. Alright? Now, so you might say, well, Phil, what are you going to use this thing for? Well, right now, I can tell you immediately what I want to use it for. Alright? Why is there a piece of rubber on the bottom? What the heck? This is... Okay, I got an honest question. Alright? What the hell is this big piece of rubber? Look at this. There's a flicking piece of rubber down here. Why does that exist? Maybe so that it has a little bit of aeration underneath. It doesn't sit perfectly flat. It kind of has a little bit of rubber. I'm not sure what that's for. A piece of rubber. Look, I can flick it. It's like... Maybe that's what it is. It just creates a little bit of aeration under it. I don't know. All right. Anyway. So basically, it's a mini PC. How powerful is it? Honestly, I don't know. All right. How useful is it? Honestly, I don't know. All right. I doubt it's on par with the Steam Deck, but it's got some decent components, right? So what would I use this for? All right. Immediately, a couple things. Number one, there is a game that I absolutely positively want to play. I've wanted to play it for years. I told you specifically, I want to play it for my anniversary, and I've not had access to it. And if this works, which we have to test, I will be playing this game this month. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, after over a decade, I will be playing the best RPG in recorded human history. Amazing soundtrack, great story, awesome characters, really cool gameplay, multiple endings, replayability, and for the first time ever, with an interactive audience. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from my weird tiny PC donated by a fan. As long as it works, which we don't know yet, I have to test it. Chrono fucking Trigger. It's about goddamn time that I'll be able to play this game for a modern audience. I've been waiting years and years and years to play this one again. I've wanted to play it again. The last time I played it was 2012. and it was emulated back then. You couldn't even get it on a console back then, on PC. But basically, it was not an interactive audience. It was just me playing it for myself. People back then were not receptive to retro games. When I played retro games like that, they were angry. Oh, this is crappy. Why are you playing this retro game? No one cares about it. Stop playing it and go back to GTA and go back to the modern new game. And it was really annoying. That summer of retro that I did, I was very annoyed by it because I was trying to expose my audience, which was mostly back then, let's be honest, teenagers. All right? It was a bunch of teenagers. And they just wanted to see everything new. And that was it. And I was like, no, you got to understand. This is the summer of retro. I'm going to expose you to Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 3, the classic Final Fantasies, the classic Chrono Trigger. We're going to play Earthbound. We're going to do Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. And they crapped all over me all summer. How dare you? This is a horrible idea. It's the most boring summer ever. I couldn't believe it. And I actually got pretty upset. And I lashed out. And that was actually one of the first times when my viewers were angry at me. Because they were like, you don't understand what we want. And how dare you basically give it back to us because we don't like what you're playing. One of the first major disconnects I actually had with my audience. Today in 2023, things are a lot different, right? Being that we're an interactive audience, we look for cool, chill games. That Chrono Trigger is perfect. I mean it. It's like, I don't know how that game turned out as well as it did, but it's one of the best video games of all time. To this day, I still think it holds up as one of the best video games of all time. All right? So, I would absolutely love to play it, and it's on Steam. That's the only way you can actively play the game right now is to actually have a fucking Super Nintendo or to have Steam. That's it. So if this works, all right, and that's something easy I could do, I guarantee you that game should run on this, right? Why wouldn't it run on this? So I want to do Chrono Trigger this month, all right? So I think we're going to do it, all right? I think we're going to do it if it works. But the question is, well, how am I going to tell? All right, here's the deal. Number one, I've already ordered an extra long USB cable for my Xbox controller. Xbox works off of USB-C, and if you plug it into any PC, Windows detects it because it's a Windows device. It's Microsoft, and you can use any Microsoft controller on a PC. So I bought an extra long cord. It's actually coming later today, and what I'm going to do is this coming Sunday, I already have scheduled that I'm only doing one stream that day. It's going to be DSP versus the internet, my React show. I'm not doing a late stream because I have to film private React videos for patrons. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to take the extra time that I have that night, and I'm going to hook this thing up and try to get it working. It's actually going to sit behind my TV over there, and I'm going to set up my keyboard and mouse because I have an extra wired keyboard and mouse in my closet. All right? Might be around here. Actually, no, they're not there. I think they're sitting in the closet right there. Hold on. Here's the keyboard. Yeah, here's the keyboard and here's the mouse. From when I got my PC 9 years ago, the keyboard and mouse that came with them, that's what I'm going to use. All right? So I'm going to hook it up over there at my TV. I'm going to get it working. And as long as it works fine, I'm going to have a mini PC and we're going to be able to do like retro cool stuff. All right? We'll see, because I don't know. Again, this could end up being junk, but it's potential of something cool, right? It really is potential of something neat that we can do new projects and stuff in the future for the streams, right? Pretty cool. Lavinia says you can totally play modern 3D games with this. I'm looking on it on Amazon right now. Are you sure? How are you going to play a modern game on this? It has onboard graphics. How would it handle a modern game? I don't know about that. I mean, if it can, great. Here's the thing. Number one, I have games I previously had on Steam in my Steam library that I can test. Number two, I have Game Pass Ultimate. So I have the ability to install it on here, and maybe I can get a ridiculous amount of games on there to test. Okay. All right. But this is the cool thing. Something like this. Something like this. Carlos says, I saw someone running Forza Horizon 5. It runs at 45 frames per second. Yeah? What's going on, Jade? Good to have you here. What's going on, sir? All right. So anyway, this is pretty cool. All right? So, hold on. Excuse me. So, I won't get to mess with this till Sunday night. So it's going to sit around for a few days. There's nothing I can do about that, all right? But big potential for something new, and if it works, I want to start playing Chrono Trigger as soon as we have night streams free. So that'll be an epic throwback over 10-year anniversary gameplay run where I'm going to do interactive streaming of Chrono Trigger with all of you. I seriously can't wait. I love Chrono Trigger, okay? So I seriously hope that it works, all right? We'll find out. Okay, and then of course, if it ends up being decent, we can play other stuff on it too. I don't know what, but we'd have to look into it, okay? So, more on that soon. In fact, I'm going to go put this over here for now. Okay. So, obviously, big shout out to the viewer who donated that. Now, here's the thing. As I said, they did not say that they wanted a shout out or any credit. If they say they do, I will. But privacy purposes, to prevent doxing and shit, I don't want to say a word. It's up to them if they want to reveal who they are or not, okay?
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.